Hi, so this time we will be talking about combining like terms, and our goal for this lesson is to simplify expressions by combining like terms. So let's start with some terms to remember. So when we talk about a term, it is actually a number. It could also be a variable or a product of a number and one or more variables. Okay, so it could be a number. Let's say it could be just 2. That's one term. It could be xy. Okay, it could also be 3xyz. Okay, that is just one term. Now, another thing that we would like to talk about is what we call as the constant. So a constant is a term, constant is a term that has no variable. So it is just a number, okay? A coefficient, on the other hand, is a numerical factor of a term. Okay, so let me just highlight the difference here. When you have, for example, 3x plus 2, okay, the number 2 is what we call as a constant because it doesn't have any variable on it. This is the constant. And the number that is attached with a variable, so this is now our coefficient. Okay, so they are both numbers. It's just that are they attached to a variable or not? That's their main difference. Okay, and so when we say like terms, these are terms that have the same variable factors. So an algebraic expression in simplest form has no like terms or parentheses. Okay, so let's have some examples here. Now, before we start with the actual algebra part, just to make sure that we understand the idea of combining like terms, we have these scenarios here. So if you have 3 books and 5 pencils, and someone gives you 2 books and 3 pencils, what do you have now? Okay, so you know that you cannot say, oh, you can say that you have a total of 13 items, but when you are being asked how many books do you have, how many pencils you have, so you know that you have to combine the 3 books plus how many additional 2 books. So you now have how many? A total of 5 books. As for your pencils, you originally had 5 pencils and you got added with additional 3 pencils, and so you have a total of 8 pencils. So you cannot add the number of books, let's say 3 books and 3 pencils. No, they cannot be added together. Why? Because they are 2 different items. Okay, same thing here. If you have 3 Xbox games and 2 PlayStation games, you get 1 more Xbox game and 2 more PlayStation games. What do you have now? So you cannot combine the Xbox games and the PlayStation games together. All right, so the Xbox, so for your Xbox, how many did you have? All in all, you have 3 and an additional 1. So you actually have 4 Xbox games. All right. As for the PlayStation, you originally have 2 and you added 2 more. Okay, so you get 4 of the PlayStation. Okay, so the idea that you cannot add 2 different items in real life, that's the same idea with combining like terms in algebra. Okay, so let's have this example. What is the simplified form of each expression? So we have 8x squared plus 2x squared. Okay, now remember, when you are combining like terms, they need to have exactly the same variable. All right, the variables, if they have exponents, the variables need to have the same exponent as well. All right, and like I said, just like what the previous examples earlier, you cannot add a book and a pencil together because they are 2 different. All right, so let's analyze this. Our variable here is an x squared. Okay, this is also an x squared. Do they look the same? Yes. Okay, this is x squared, this is x squared. So definitely we will have an x squared in there. So what do? We simply add those those coefficients. So it's going to be 8 plus 2, okay, and that will eventually give us 10 x squared. Okay? Let's have a next example here. So we have 5x minus 3x plus 6y plus 4. Remember, when we need to simplify, we have to combine all the like terms. So let's analyze what we have in here. Let me just change pen color. Okay, so we have x. Do we see other x terms here? Yes, we actually have positive 5x, and we have this one, minus 3x. So we have to combine them, okay? Do we have a constant? A constant doesn't have any variable with it. So we have negative 3 or minus 3. We also have plus 4, okay? And then we have another term, but it has a different variable. And as you can see here, let me just use this other one. It's 6y. Okay, and as you can see, I color-coded. Which ones can you combine? Can you move together? The ones with the same variables, and we have them color-coded. So we can start with, oops, sorry, let me get my pen over here. Oh, anyway. So we have 5x and negative 3x. So we have now 5x minus 3x. How much is that now? That's going to be 2x. Okay? Negative 3 and positive 4. As you can see, that's going to be positive 1. All right? And then we have that isolated here, the plus 6y. So you will have a plus 6y. So all you need to do is combine all of this now in one expression, move them together in one expression, so it will now become 2x plus 1 plus 6y. Okay, there's only one expression, one term with x, one term with y, and one constant. Okay, so as a summary, you can use the distributive property to simplify the product of a number and a sum or a difference. And also you can simplify algebraic expressions by combining the parts of the expression that are alike. Thank you.